Yep. Good afternoon, Munish sir. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, hi Akshay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are audible. So
Yeah,
it's
how
a
are you
pleasure
doing?
to have you here, sir.
Thank you. Same here, Akshay. Nice to be
All
here.
right. Right. So we'll wait for a few minutes for all the investors, remaining investors to join, and we'll give you a brief introduction about the event, how it will go, a brief introduction about you and the remaining investors, and then we'll start with the pitching from 4:15 onwards. All right. We'll also share, as
Sure.
promised, we'll share the details of the different participants of this entire pitch tank event with you so that they can get the best out of Indian Accelerator and get all the benefits that you have been offering them over the past decade. All right. Also, this
Sure.
event will be live streamed on YouTube. So it's parallelly being live streamed. All right. Pleasure to have you
Great, great.
here.
Yeah, I will be there till 5, Akshay. I hope
Right.
Matt would have it.
Mac told me about that. Right. So,
Sure. Okay.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Akshay, hi guys, hi Anushka, hi Manish, hi Joy. I can't hear you, Akshay. Probably you're on mute.
Yeah, am I audible to you now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, hi Shantanu, it's good to have you. How are you doing?
All good, Akshay. What about you?
We are also doing great. So Munish sir is here. He's the co-founder of India Accelerator, and we have other investors joining us within the next 5 minutes as well, right? So we'll
Hi,
start with
hi
the.
Shantanu.
Hi Manish ji. How are you?
Good. How are you?
All good, all good.
Great.
Utkarsh is here as well. Hi Utkarsh. Uh, Utkarsh is from XMS Ventures. He has been doing a great job there. So yeah, Utkarsh, pleasure to have you.
Hi Utkarsh.
Hello. Yeah, hi Akshay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am not at the right place right now. It's good to be here.
Hi Utkarsh.
Hi Manish. Hi.
All right. So
There's a little bit
I'll
of
be.
noise on my end. I'm actually joining from somewhere else. I'm not in office. It's Sunday, that's why.
All right, understandable. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes more for Harshika and the other investor. What was her name? She actually changed at the last time. Yeah, Pankti Vora. We'll wait for both of them to join at the last minute. So post that, we'll start with the entire thing. The first pitch, the first founder will join in at 4:15, and we'll start with the pitches straight away. It will be a 15-minute entire duration. The 15-minute slot has been given to each of the founders, where they'll be pitching their startup for the 7 minutes, and 8 minutes will be given to you for Q&A based on the interest developed after their pitch, after what they have achieved. If you find them interesting enough, then we can surely arrange calls later on with them where you can, contact with them personally, and then they can go on to, have discussions with you, show you in detail what is their financial forecast, what they have been doing so far, so that, we can go ahead with the investment part and the remaining part. It's a pleasure to have all of you here. Thank you so much for joining.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Akshay.
So yeah, we'll be starting with the event, right? And this entire event is going to be live streamed over on YouTube. So other participants or the people who were unable to make it to the finals, who were not a part of this entire thing, who found it not too credible enough, they can learn that, this is a great opportunity for them to connect with the right kind of investors and to raise the right kind of funds, given that they have done the work that is needed for them to be at that point. So before we start, I'd like to give a brief introduction about our investors, starting with Mr. Shantanu Jain. He's the founder of Redon. He has worked with brands like Swiggy, Nefini, Punk Tech, very much Indian, Little Leap, both as an investor and a financial advisor. He founded Read as a passion project, which has now turned into a media enterprise that strives to make business and finance conversation simpler. Read serves 50K plus readers daily, garnering greater than 1.8 million impressions per month across social media channels. He personally loves food tech, longevity tech, fintech, alt invest wealth like agri tech, media, women focused businesses. Coming to our second investor, that is Mr. Munish Bhatia. He's the co-founder of India Accelerator, CEO of Bharat Ventures, mentor, and an angel investor. He has 14 plus years of experience working with MNCs such as Aeon Hibbett, CSC, and DXC Technologies in the field of project management, process transformation, and Lean Six Sigma. During his tenure in corporate, he has worked with clients like P&G, Deutsche Bank, United Technologies, and Bharti Excel. He's co-founder of India Accelerator, which is the seed stage accelerator based out of Gurgaon, and it has been awarded as the best accelerator of the country by Startup India Awards in 2021. He's also CEO at Bharat Ventures, which is an accelerator fund for startups from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. His focus areas are fintech, deep tech, cybersecurity, impact, and sustainability. His passion includes yoga, meditation, and mountain treks. Finally, coming to Utkarsh. Finally, coming to Utkarsh. Utkarsh is a senior associate from Eximus Ventures. He's the part of the investment team at Eximus Ventures. He help you with funding, investment, startup related help. His focus areas are fintech, health tech, and gaming. He's open to investing in startups where the Eximus Ventures size varies from $300K to $700K, and they prefer to lead the rounds. And they are currently based out of Gurgaon, where Utkarsh is working as a senior investment analyst in the investment team. So I think we are going to start in a couple of minutes, and most probably I'll let the first person join, that is Sanchit. Hi Sanchit, good afternoon. Am I audible and visible to you?
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, Sanchit, your screen, you are not visible. Can you please check on your internet?
Yes.
Yeah, just quickly take a moment and check. We'll start with your pitch at 4:15, or rather we'll start immediately as soon as you are done with the setup. Please get it done ASAP so that we can start.
I'm doing. Hello.
Yeah, hi Sanchit.
Hi.
Sanchit, you
Am
are
I
not
visible?
visible. Can you please quickly rejoin? I think you are having some issues with your camera. Just please quickly rejoin. Yeah. Yeah, Sanchit, I don't think that you're still visible to me. Anushka or Joy, is he visible to you?
No, Akshay,
No,
he's
sir.
in.
All right, no
Let
problem. Sanchit, it's all right. You can just share your
me
screen
confirm.
and start and just check your camera. All right. Yeah. Hi, Sanchit. You are audible and visible to us now.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Yes.
No problem. So please share your screen and you can start with the presentation.
Now it's my screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, it is visible, Sanchit. Please.
Good. Good morning, sir. So myself, Sanjay Kundra, founder of brand FreshBeat. I'm your foot care partner, friend. So we are a product. We are making a footwear for kids and ladies, which are sustainable, pocket friendly, fashion, and a utility product. Why we say utility product? Because we are into school shoes as well. So these are the product that is for the necessity. Now I come up to the problems that we are solving it out. So one is the biggest problem worldwide is that kids' feet grows very fast. So this we have already found a solution and applied for a patent as well. I will be discussing it about. Then second is that every second person in India and every fifth person in the world is having foot problem. And major reason is the shoes that they are wearing it out, especially during the care that people don't do during the kids time. So we have that. And thirdly is the nature wide. If I say we are a sustainable brand and the products, whatever we are doing and whatever we are making with the dual size itself, it makes us a sustainable product because we are increasing the life of a wearage life of a shoe from 1.5 to 2 times. Lastly is the women empowerment. We say women empowerment shoes because we look after the women's are getting employed in the rural areas of India. So now I tell you about the solution, what we have. These are the major problems we are doing, sorting it out. First thing is the dual size technology, which we have already applied for a patent. We have technically made the correction and I can show you the shoe, which I have dissected it out, where we say that, okay, our school shoes increase in length and width both. Besides this, the vegan shoes and the dual fit, we have the fashion shoes as well in our category, where we say that it is a breathable shoes. If we talk about school shoes, it's made of leather upper and it provides more protective to the kids' feet. And lastly is the crochet shoes, which is very unique. And when we say about women empowerment, these all the crochets are the old art which was done by our old grandmothers and all. Now we have revived it in a fashion, it is all done by the women's and the ladies in the rural areas of India at their home, and we get it made the shoes from them. So this we can say it out, it's a product from a woman for a woman. We have already got this patent design because of the sneaker, the concept and everything. Even if you see the heel part, the sole part is very thick. It's like 2.5 inches because in India, the height of the girls are not very high. So like they are not tall. So they sometimes they lack confidence due to that. So we have make it in such a trendy way that we are acceptable by all categories. We say yoga mat, it's a then fresh feet natural. So our products are like we have a different categories because in a fashion brand we cannot sustain with one category. We have kids school shoes, which is one category, kids fashion shoes, then crochet shoes for ladies, then sandals we do it out with the yoga mats, jutes and all. And one more category we have recently added, which is not there, but it's with the Pew gel foam. Then we are solving one more problem for and which is like serving the society. So this is a CSR campaign and a marketing campaign both, where we say buy one, help one, save Mother Earth. So this is something which is totally out of the box, where we got the very good feedback from the schools as well. They want to go ahead, like in Agra, when I discussed with this Air Force and Army school, they were very much happy and they said, Sanchit, we want you to campaign it out in our school. We want to teach the children that how a good shoe is, why the good shoe is important for the feet. Secondly, how you can serve the society. Thirdly, how you can save the environment, because those all shoes which are like at your home, everybody's home, going into the drainage system or being burnt out or whatever we are going to do, even landfill, somewhere we are going to cause the problem, endanger the environment. Then now it comes to the target audience. Our target audience are women and kids. kids from age 4 to 14, which is like 23% of population of India is kids, which goes to the school, and almost like 25% are the others. In the women category, we say, so it's like with the women category, we do it out from 5 to 45. So this is a target or customer, and what are the major buying reasons for them? So our products are premium, luxury statement, fashion, stylish, and there is a cause for them. If we talk about women, because we provide extra comfort to them, and most of the women and girls we have heard, they have the foot problem, especially at the like area mein unke bahut dard hota hai. Sometimes because of the weight or they have to walk. So we are providing those kind of things. It is comfortable. Like we say, Skechers used to say it's a memory foam. We say we are a comfort brand. In kids also, the major reason why they will buy is we have two sizes. It's comfortable. The comfort or level, even though we are a formal and a casual shoes, but the comfort level is equivalent to the sports shoes. So that's why in school shoes, we are the best, even when we compare with any brand in the world. And it can be Adidas, Nike also. And after in February, I had a meeting with Goenka principal, and he convinced with him because they were using Skechers. He said, Sanjay, do you think you can able to replace? We made him confirm that, okay, we can do it. And we are already exporting school shoes in UK and Europe. So which confirms that our quality, our standards are higher. That's why we are able to do it. And now we are banging in India. To the 40 crore population, which we have a school going population in India, out of which 4 crore children are those who are paying a monthly tuition fee of more than 5,000 per month, who are our target customers. And our target is a point something. We will be starting at 0.5%, then 1%, then 2%. Instead of going for big percentage, we will be starting with them. This is the target market because we are into exports as well. We have now developed a decent customer base.
You have just 2 minutes left. Please summarize quickly. Yeah.
So last year, my revenue was 2.25 CR. This year, in last 2 months, I have already done 1.25 CR. And by this month, we will be doing it around 2.5 to 3 CR, which is all the verticals. We have 4 verticals right now. One is export, one is domestic B2B, one is B2C, and fourth one is e-commerce, which we have recently started. By Monday, it will be like website is live, but because of payment integration, we have funding issues. Our impact, my article for the invention is already published into World Footwear. My startup is selected into the World Startup, which is going to happen this month in Italy, in Rimini. And I have to give a pitch of 20 minutes there as well. And even the Consulate General of India, ambassador in Milan, she has invited for a coffee. That Sanchit, it is a great thing, and anybody think we can do from India, we are most happy. Currently, overseas, we are doing with customers. Sonai, it's the biggest company of Portugal. Last year, we did 17 lakh shipment with them. Currently, we are producing 25 lakh and another 80 lakh order. She is giving us this month. Already confirmed the quantity per official order we are going to receive. And 2 other big customers are Deichmann and Shoezone. Deichmann last year revenue was 6.9 billion. They have already onboarded us. We have made a shipment of 25 lakh. Shoezone, we are currently doing, it's a new customer. We are doing 80 lakh shipment. They have done a revenue of $161 million last year. And these 2 customers are pushing us to get the brand and patent registered in UK and Europe. They want to sell our school shoes in our brand. So this is the comparative analysis for the pricing wise. If we see, we are very competitive with the price. Future work plans, we have to increase the to have the more better R&D because we are in the fashion business. Dual fit licensing, we are already in communication with few other companies overseas as well for the license of this. India, Metro and Mochi asked for a license, but we said right now no to them because we want to do it alone. Then it's all our team which is behind all the work we have done. Our investment ask is 50 lakh, which we are going to use it out for the product development, licensing, overseas and team expansion, marketing, because right now we have the story, we have the product, everything. We have to properly channelize the marketing thing. And rest is the inventory part we are going to invest. So this is what is all about Freshfeet, and we care for the nature, we care for the future. And we want to make this brand an international brand rather than just be sustaining it in India because customers are asking overseas. We want to go ahead with our brand in our product, in our brand. Even I got a call yesterday from message from one Italian guy who wants to meet me out.
Right. Thank you,
Thank
Sanchit,
you,
for
sir.
your presentation. Investors, we are open to questions. Please go ahead and ask him whatever you would like to ask.
Hi Sanchit, this is Munish.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
can you talk about little about the patent that you have and what kind of patent it is and what stage it is?
So the patent that I have is a dual size technology. We applied for that patent in June 2021. And like I can show you the shoe because of which they like we have made a technical thing. It is inside we have done it, but for the customer to make it easy, we ask them to remove the sole. So when you have the both the insoles, it is very comfortable like a sports shoes, even though it's a casual shoe. But when you remove, there is an extra length which we are covering it out, which we opens when you take it out. So it gives you extra length and the width. Generally, whatever is there, it is only with the width, but in kids, length also increases. So we are saying it. It is we have received one objection for which we have already filed FER last year in March, and now it's in the progressing stage. Anytime we can have it out.
Okay. And when you say you want to license it to Metro, what does that mean? What is their licensing it for?
Actually, Metro asked me, said they were very happy. We were convinced. They asked for the VR trial. So they said, Sanchit, we want to go ahead with. They asked to develop it out in their brand. So in India, I don't want to go ahead with this technology with in anybody with this technology in their brand. I want to do it in my brand. But parallelly, in overseas, we are open. So there is one company in Europe like Amazon, Zolando, who are already doing the VR trials. They will be coming this time in Italy. So there is one other fair also. I will be there for 2 days because as I am already going there. So we already had discussion for a 5% royalty fees, which will be charging it out. Because and then Deichmann and the shoes on which I named it out, they said, Sanchit, we want to go ahead with your product because they are already doing synthetic shoes a lot in schools, but our shoe can stand out and overcome synthetic because price wise we are not doubling the price. Like their shoe is 15 pounds and our shoe will be 25 pounds. And the USP and the product quality wise and standard wise, our product will be very much higher and skin friendly too for the kids. So they want to go ahead with our brand.
Got it. Where are you manufacturing these?
In Agra, all the closed shoes are done in Agra. We have our own R&D and we get it done on a job work in Agra with five factories we have already signed a contract with. One in Kanpur, one in Mumbai for the sandals and all, because all the category we do, it's with the USP. And in one factory or in five in Agra, sometimes we cannot do everything because every place has a limitations. So we do all R&D in-house because I have a good connect with the overseas team as well, with the designers, with the sub-vendors like Souls and all. So we get it out and we get it, do all the R&D and developments. Then we provide the materials to the vendors to get it manufactured for us.
Okay.
But we cover
Yeah,
everything with the legal like copyrights, patent design, patent like the dual tech technology we have already got patented and yoga mat copyright. So we are protecting ourselves, even not with those factories, but in general also, so that no direct brand on D2C or on the marketplaces can come on board and sell it out.
Great. Shantanu, this side, Sanchit. Thanks for the presentation. Had a
Yes,
quick
sir.
question. If you could share the split between your B2B revenue right now and the D2C revenue that you have currently, what would be the split in that? And then how much of the B2B is export?
So B2B export last year it was 65 lakh out of 2 CR in export. Then in B2C it was around B2B it was around 70 lakhs and rest was B2C it was. So B2C was not that big as compared to the B2B in what we have currently in these 2 months. Export we have around we have already did it out 25 lakh from 1.25 CR. Then B2B is 40 lakh and sorry 60 lakhs. 60 lakhs is B2B and rest is B2C.
Got it. And you said you want to focus on D2C going forward, right? Your own e-commerce, your own website. So the 50 lakhs that you're raising, that will primarily be deployed in performance marketing and inventory for D2C, or will this be used for R&D for B2B?
Sir, we have right now, see, we have 5 channels of sales,
Okay.
which nobody is having it out. One is B2C, second is B2B, third is our e-commerce website, which is already ready. Fourth is overseas, and fifth is schools. Because when I say our school shoe is totally out of the box, and we have like the schools who is going to go with us, they will not have anything similar also.
All
So
right.
we have
Sanchit,
five
just
channels. So yes,
yeah, Sanchit, sorry to cut you off. Our next participant has joined. Thank you so much for the
okay.
presentation. We'll share the details, your details with the investors. They can connect with you personally. All the best for your startup. You
Sure.
have been doing a great
Thank
job. We really love the concept. Thank you so much for
thank you,
joining.
sir.
It was a pleasure to have
Thank
you here.
same here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Vishesh, are
you.
you here?
Yeah, yes, I am here.
Yeah, Vishesh, can you please quickly turn on your camera and share your screen so that we can start with your presentation?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Hi, very good afternoon, everyone. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Sanchit, it is. Oh, sorry. Yes, Abhishesh, it is. Please go on.
So I'm Dr. Vishesh Kaskel, founder CEO of Mediseva Technologies. Mediseva is a healthcare company working in the segment of rural telemedicine. So what we realized that the people in the rural area do not have access to good quality doctors. The doctors present over there are either underqualified or non-qualified. And if the people tend to travel to a city to avail the treatment, they end up spending a lot of money in traveling, lodging, fooding, boarding, etc. So what solution we brought in was to have digital clinics across villages, wherein the patient walks into the clinic and they get a consultation either from an MBBS doctor or a specialist doctor over a video line. So basically, we are trying to bridge a gap between a urban doctor and a rural patient. So if we talk about the market size, so there are around 90 crore of the Indian population who is living in the rural part of the country, out of which we are saying that we'll be covering Hindi speaking states for now, like Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, etc., where 40 crore of the population is staying. And we're saying that 2 crore of the population would be using telemedicine as a solution. If I talk about the market opportunities, so there are multiple initiatives by government like the National Health Mission, the new telemedicine guidelines issued by Government of India, the e-Sanjeevani project, and many more. There are a lot of increased investment in the health tech sector, and almost all the health issues except emergencies could be treated through telemedicine. So if we talk about the patient journey, so when a patient walks into a Mediseva Kendra, there is a person sitting at the center, the franchisee owner, whom we call as a Mediseva. He does the registration of the patient and he does the vital parameter monitoring. Then the patient has an option to take a consultation either from an MBBS doctor or specialist doctor. If a patient says that he needs a consultation from an MBBS doctor, then all the MBBS doctor in the system gets a notification on their mobile application, and whosoever is free will take up the patient. Basically, we are following an Uber kind of model. In case of a specialist doctor, there is a concept of a junior doctor. So these junior doctors are basically homeopathy doctor, Ayurvedic doctor, or physiotherapist. They are sitting at my HO. They on the phone line talk to the patient. They take the complete detailed history of the patient. They ask what happened, when happened, what not, and everything. And accordingly, they fix up an appointment with a suitable facility. And again, this Uber model comes into the play. Then the consultation happens, the invoicing happens, the prescription generation happens. And on every third day, there is a call given to each and every patient to inquire whether the patient has taken medicines or not, were there any kind of side effects, or do they require any other assistance from Mediseva team. So we are basically trying to close the loop by getting this post consultation feedback. So if I talk about the market strategy, the go-to market strategy, so basically we are following a franchisee kind of model. So there are 3 steps into it. So if I talk about the basic step, the direct franchisee, so we give it to a Mediseva whom we call a single person. So this Mediseva takes up a franchisee and provide the telemedicine consultation through the center. Then there is a concept of a super Mediseva. So super Mediseva could be a person or an organization where they have a mandate to at least open 10 Mediseva Kendras underneath them in a particular district. Then comes the channel partners. So channel partners are basically rural companies who are working in the segment of e-governance, banking correspondence, or skill development centers. So they will be acquiring multiple areas underneath them, and they can open Super Medisevak and Medisevak underneath them. Over here, all the medical services are being controlled by Mediseva to maintain the quality of healthcare. So talking about the business metrics, so we have already opened 75 plus Mediseva Kendras by 22-23. We have given more than 8,000 consultations till then. We have generated a revenue of 30 lakhs plus last year. We project that we'll be opening around 500 Mediseva Kendra with revenue of around 10 CR. And by 24-25, we'll be able to generate a revenue of 200 CR with number of centers to 55,000 and consultation of more than 30 lakhs. So over here, we are growing at 30% month-on-month average. Our sources of revenue out here are consultation, pathology referrals, radiology referrals, hospitalization referrals. Coming to the competitive analysis, there are multiple players working in the rural telemedicine sectors like Tatwan, Jio, Karma, DigiSwast. But there is some USP with us, like the Uber model, which I mentioned, the two-step process where there is the concept of a junior doctor and the post-consultation feedback, which we are doing, which is like really unique to us, and none of the competitors are following the same kind of practice. Talking about the roadmap, so we have our ideas already validated. We have already commercialized it. We have raised a funding of around 1.5 CR. Our core team is already in place. In 22-23, we have already developed an application for doctors. There are multiple new channel partners have come on board. We have already obtained the ABDM compliances and integration. By 23-24, our moat is to get more channel partners on board, tie up with NGOs for CSR funds, getting vending machines to be placed at the centers for OTC drugs, and to get HIPAA compliance as well. So coming to the team, I'm Dr. Vishesh Kasliwal. I'm the founder CEO. I have done my MBBS. Post that, I did my MBA. I did my emergency medicine. Post that, I have experience of 10 plus year experience in healthcare. Then there's Rachita Kasliwal. She's the co-founder and she's handling the marketing team. She's an SRCC Delhi pass out. Then there's Dr. Apur Dua. He's an orthopedic surgeon. He's the chief medical officer. Then there's Mehul Jain. He's the co-founder in the company and he's handling the technology part completely. Then there's Manshi Agrawal. She's a chartered accountant and she's handling the complete finance in the company. So currently we are operating with a team size of 15 plus members. These are few awards and recognitions which we have won at multiple places. We are here to raise around 1 million, which would be utilized in operations, IT enhancements, and reach out programs. So these are few snaps of our software, how it looks like in the patient front. These are some application snaps. So currently we are having an application for the doctor. So this is a doctor application, how it looks like. So this is a draft prescription which we are giving to each and every patient. Certain centers, the 4 pictures of certain clinics which are working. Some health awareness sessions and camps which we are being doing. These are pamphlets which we distribute for a marketing purpose and some social media content. So thank you so much and I am open for all the questions.
Great presentation. Thank you, Vishesh. Investors, please feel free to ask him what you would like to know.
Hi Vishesh, Manish here. Thanks for the presentation. So how much time it takes for you to set up one center and what is like the whole cycle? If you can just quickly tell us in a minute, and how much cost does it take?
So we are following a franchisee kind of model. So basically we are working with currently we are working with people who are already having a computer, PC, internet connection, printer available with them. So for them, it is not an important thing. They do not have to spend a lot of money in setting up the center. So it could be started on a very quick basis. So it takes around 7 to 8 days because we send them the marketing material. So that is the time which we take. And meanwhile, all the training and everything is being done. So from receiving of the money of the franchisee fees till opening up the center, it takes around 7 to 10 days at max.
And how much is the franchisee fee?
So for us, Mediseva, for a franchisee, we are charging 11,000 rupees. For a super franchisee, we are charging 21,000 rupees.
Okay.
What valuation this 1.5 CR was raised, and do you still have money in the bank?
Yeah, so we have a runway for around 7 to 8 months still left. We raised in April 2022 at a valuation of 10 CR.
What is your monthly burn?
So that is somewhere around 8 to 9 lakh rupees.
Okay, I'm fine, Shish.
Thank you.
Yep, that's all from my side also. Thanks.
Thanks, Shantanu.
All right, Utkarsh and Pankti, do you guys have any questions regarding this? Pankti joined a little bit late, so I'm pretty sure that she has not seen the front slides. But then again, Utkarsh or Pankti, do you have any questions for him here?
No, no. Oh, actually, I've joined late, so I am not aware what. But I can ask for the pitch and I'll review it.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bhakti.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Anything from your end, Utkarsh? I think he's having network issues, right? All right. So no problem then. In case they don't have any questions, we'll surely forward your pitch to them, right? And post that if they have any further questions, any further inquiries, then they can connect with you on a personal note. Thank you so much for joining, Vishesh. It was a pleasure
Thanks, Akshay.
having you here. You have
Thank
been
you
doing
so
a
much.
great job for the people.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. Thanks,
you.
everyone. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so before we move on next, I'd like to introduce Pankti here. So Pankti has joined a little bit late. She's from Inflection Point Ventures. She's a venture capitalist, a chartered financial analyst, and an investment associate at Inflection Point Ventures. Pankti, welcome to our investment panel. We have Manish sir here from Indian Accelerator. We have Shantanu, he's an angel investor. And we also had Utkarsh here, who is having some network issues, who's from Eximus Ventures. All right, pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Akshay.
All right, so we are good to move to Maypal. Maypal, we have Trishul here. Trishul,
Yes,
am I audible and visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you please turn on your camera and share your screen so that you can start with your presentation?
Yeah.
Please.
My camera is having some trouble today. Will it be all right if I could pitch with my camera off?
Yeah, it's all right. Just share your screen, but it would be better if you would be visible to us so that we can connect, right? So please.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Hello everyone, I am Trishul, a second year undergraduate at Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal, and a founding team member at Maple, Lending Made Social. Our mission at Maple is to build a peer-to-peer lending and borrowing marketplace that is equitable, empowering, technology, and community-driven. The problem: resources for loans under 50,000 are extremely limited, which means 80% of India's employees live paycheck to paycheck, which implies 80% of India's employees' salaries get ends within the month end. 60% of Indians cannot cover a 20,000 plus emergency funds, and 10 to 20% is the average interest rate charged per annum on short-term micro lending platforms. And 49% of loans disbursed every day are under 50,000 are payday loans. Also, 77% of college students borrow money from their friends in college as expenses get over mid-month. But still, 99% of so-called peer-to-peer companies use NBFCs as a bridge to earn commissions, have extremely high interest rates, lack technology, reduces credit score for late repayments. Here we can see the exhaustive view of some of the three top micro-lending platforms, and we can clearly observe that they lack technology. Introducing Maple, India's first community-based lending and borrowing marketplace. At Maple, there is no NBFC, no broker, no middleman. It's surely peer-to-peer. The borrower can borrow on their own terms, and the borrower and lender can negotiate and fix the interest rate between them.
And Maple Score. Maple Score is a proprietary algorithm developed using machine learning to generate social credit score. It's a combination of CIBIL score, spending or buying pattern, and banking data and social capital. And this data is combined, modified, and trained under a random regression machine learning model and is rated up to 100. And current borrowing limit from one user to another user is 5,000 for now on our platform. And this is our Maple marketplace, and you can see the lender view of the Maple marketplace. Here, a user called Mayank Pandey with a Maple score of 65 has requested an amount of 1,000 rupees with a lender bonus, that means interest rate of 2% with a due in period of 15 days. And similarly for Lakshmi Kohli, who have 100% repayment for 29 times, requested amount, lender bonus, due in time period, and reason. And if you want to get the borrower view, and you can request the you can tap on the button request, and the next slide turns. So you have set as a borrower, you have set an your principal amount and the interest rate and the time period you want to have the money, and you have got the following offers. Anupam Roy is okay, is with a Maple score of 82, wishes to lend you, but at an increased quotation, he wants to increase the interest rate by 1%. Himesh Shah is okay with your interest rate with a Maple score of 59, and you can see all these are the following offers, and you can accept with your convenience. So this is the exhaustive view of the overall transaction. So Lakshmi Kohli want to borrow an amount of 500 rupees at an interest rate of 4%, that is 20 rupees at the end of the term, and repayment in 30 days. And the repayment amount will be 520 rupees. And each time one lender lends, the lender will earn Maple coins. And this is the borrower view. The amount, the Maple platform fee, that is 0.5% of the 0.5% of 500 rupees, that is the initial amount here, and a lender bonus of 4% and repayment in 30 days, which amounts to 522.5 rupees, which will be repaid back in 30 days. This is the Maple store. Maple store is designed exclusively for our Maple community members with the best D2C brands, and with the Maple coin sent, the Maple community members will be able to purchase these products. So this is, you can see the exhaustive report profile of our user Tintin Gupta with a Maple score of 94 and their previous transactions. And who are Maple users today? It's the hustle economy. Most would call them everyday Indians. And who are the seekers? They are everyday Indians who earn less than 3 lakh rupees, gig economy, essential workers, students, single parents, and contractors. And who are our providers? And the seekers can also be providers sometimes, and they are early young salaried employees, managers. And Maple has a noble lender protection model. If the borrower defaults the lender's amount, Maple will be repaying back the principal amount to the lender. And Maple has a noble loan recovery process. If the borrower defaults the lender's amount, the amount will be converted into long due EMS at a small interest rates. And if this fails, CIBIL score will be made 0 of the borrower, and they will be banned from Maple for a lifetime. And the community contracts of the borrower will be uploaded, 10 contacts of their college, especially for college students, their parents or relatives or friends. And if none of these works, we will go for a legal action. And coming to our regulations, Maple currently possesses the RBI P2P licensing for the regulations of the payment process between the lender and the borrower in the most seamless and regulated way. Coming to the technology, our Maple score is generated using a machine learning algorithm using CIBIL score, banking data, and the social capital. And we are proud to say that we have achieved a 94% accuracy with CIBIL score. And our security, Maple enables FIDO2 via API calls, and it ensures highest level of security and neither be traced or tracked by any hacker in the country. And community lending has a large market potential, which is largely unconquered and fragmented. We have a TAM of $240 billion, SAM of $40 billion, target market of $30 billion. The competitive landscape, Maple lies exactly to the other competitors, which are non-community and NBFC based. And we can see that some of the competitors have London Club, London Box, and Anytime Money. And this is our year-on-year revenue model. firstly, we will be operating on a transaction model where we charge 0.5 to 1% as a platform fee, then Maple Store commissions, then in-app subscriptions, and then various financial products. So these are some of our financial projections for the first 3 years. So this is our core team: Uttara Naik from NIT Bhopal handling product, Rishta Shah from NIT Durgapur handling technology, Saptashi Prani from Jadavpur University handling operations, Muskan Mansal from NIT Bhopal handling design, myself Trishul Reddy from NIT Bhopal handling growth. And we are proud to announce that some of Uttara Naik has been awarded with Forbes Unstoppable Leader of the Year India 2023 rank 1, Rishta Shah rank 5, Saptashi Prani rank 2, and all three will be featured in Forbes magazine 2023. And these are some of our previous achievements: National Entrepreneurship Summit 2021, 2022, Microsoft Imagine Runner-Up 2022, Global Innovation Drive 2022, E-Summit Jadavpur University, Nalsar, Hyderabad, Delhi University. And our legal team is in contact with Startup Wala to get our RBI P2P license. And our prototype is ready with machine learning model and website, but only the FIDO2 security is left to be integrated. And I have the Figma website, Figma link and collab link I can show you. And coming to our incubation, we are currently incubated at Rolta Incubation Center, Manit Bhopal, IICR Bhopal, TIE Dehradun Startup, and Atal Incubation Center. And coming to our funding requirements, for getting the RBI P2P license, and we need 60 lakh funds for license and emergency funds. And for app development and maintenance, we need 60 lakhs. And for team salary, we need 1 lakh. And it amounts for 1.21 CR. Thank you for giving your precious time in hearing us.
Can you go back to the ask slide once again?
Yes.
Deployment. Okay. I got a little confused with the dollar amount.
Sorry?
I got a little confused with the dollar amounts. Not very clear.
Are 1.21 CR or $15 million.
Okay. You mean 150K probably. Anyway, this is in a prototype stage till now?
I can show you the website UI, Figma from Figma.
Got it. How much of transaction volume have you done already?
We are not at live.
Okay. Sorry, transaction volume in terms. Have you done any user testing, UAT?
Our machine learning model is ready, sir. We have calculated using the Sibyl data, and we have achieved an accuracy of 94%.
Okay, and how do you determine that accuracy level? On what database have you determined the accuracy on?
Sibyl's considering Sibyl score of some sample users and their average banking transaction.
How big was the sample size?
Let me show it. We have considered 5 users with various credit scores and annual incomes and average bank transaction value. I think can you see this collab link, sir? Research one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Is this the norm? Is this sample size sufficient to arrive at a accuracy percentage?
Yes, I think so, sir. We have tested for 5 users using our model.
Got it. No further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
The commission.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, the commission that you're planning to charge is from the borrower, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think I was also confused with the ask that you have mentioned. So 1.2 is what you require, and
Yes, sir.
1 lakh of salaries that you need for how much time? Like license fees and everything is understood.
Sir, currently we are a team of 5. So considering that, I have mentioned it of 1 lakh rupees.
So 1 lakh is per person per month, or is it?
No,
for
sir.
the
Combined
entire team
salary.
of five?
Combined salary. Like we are a third. I'm currently entering third year of my undergraduate, and the rest of the team members are currently entering fourth year of the undergraduate. And so I think we think that 1 lakh rupees is enough.
Per month.
No, sir. For the entire team, for the committed duration of time with the investors.
Got it. Got it. Small feedback. What you've created is great.
Yes, sir.
Probably we can connect offline, and I'll try and help you out. In terms of the ideation, in terms of the design, all of that looks great. Some help is needed, at least in terms of rationalization of expectations, etc. We'll try and help out.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
All right, then if we don't have any further questions, then I think we are good to move to the next pitch. Thank you so much, Trishul. Thank you so much, Maypal, for joining. It was pleasure having you here. What you are building is something that looks very interesting, and if used in a bright manner, it can become one of the biggest fintech that we may know in the upcoming decade. So thank you so much for joining. It was pleasure having you here. So we move on to our next.
Sir, just a small mention. Shantanu sir, I have been a long-time reader of Read On, and I'm a big fan of your work, sir. Thank you.
That's great.
Oh, super. Thank you. Means a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Trishul.
Thank
So
you.
moving on to Leher. Mahika, are you here? Mahika and Parth?
Good evening. I'm here. My partner Parth is joining.
Yeah, just ask him to quickly join. You can share your screen and turn on your camera till then so that we can start.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Please, we are good to share your screen. Please go on.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. Please go on. You are on mute, Mahika, I guess.
I'm very sorry. Good evening, panel. This is Mahika, and this is my colleague Parth, and we are going ahead with the presentation. When people saw litter, we saw hope. Project Leher, a wave of change in waste management sector. Every year, over 6.5 trillion bahts are flipped irresponsibly, and with each part, 4,000 toxic substances are released in the oceans, inhibiting the plant growth, choking of animals, and of course, leading to biomagnification. So, to combat this problem, we came up with a unique solution wherein we recycle the cigarette waste and process it with the collaboration of the potters community of Uttam Nagar, and then make products like ashtrays, planters, and lamps, etc. out of it.
Coming to the business model, we have a 5-step business model. Coming to the first step, it is the collection of cigarette waste. We collect 2 types of waste, industrial waste and the consumer waste. For industrial waste, we tap HoReCa sector companies and IT parks. We place our bins in the cafes and the IT parks to collect the cigarette waste supply. For an example, here's a bin. You can see that we place this. The people can stuff their butt and deposit it here. And then this cigarette butt waste is collected by us. Now coming to the consumer waste, we have developed a butt brigade model, which is a doorstep cigarette waste collection service in which the consumers are provided with the butt wallet so they can stuff their butt easily anywhere. Now coming to the segregation part, we have employed underprivileged women for the segregation of polymer from the cigarette butt. Then this segregated polymer is sent to SRIR, which is then recycled using a chemical which is being derived by the Latmar School of London and the SRIR. Now, this recycled polymer is used by the Uttamnagar potters to make utility products like ashtrays, plants, and many more. For an example, here's an example of the ashtray. And our main market linkages are retail outlets, exhibitions, and many more. Here is an example of our products, and to let you know, we also provide customized products if anyone wants any design on the planters or ashtrays. And here's our bins. The left side bins are usually placed in the cafes and the IT parks, and the right hand side bins are placed in the local areas.
So now, why or how is Leher unique? First is the unique subscription-based model. As my colleague mentioned about the Bud Brigade, which is a doorstep subscription-based model, it makes Leher a highly unique model wherein we can collect the cigarette waste at a consumer level very easily. And it's a very flexible model, of course. Next are the synergic collaborations with Resident Welfare Association, NGOs, and local governments with whom we collaborate and organize green events and other beach cleanup drives to spread awareness and create a greater impact for this cause. Third is the 100% eco-friendly packaging for our products. The paper that is segregated at the segregation stage, as mentioned, it is recycled and it is used for the product packaging of our products, thus making it a zero waste model. Now talking about our target market. Our target market includes retail outlets, exhibitions, e-commerce websites, and corporates. Talking about the e-commerce websites, we have our own website of Project Leher where we have listed all our products and all our sales take place to that. Now, our GTM strategy. First, it is the circular economy. Our supply and demand channel is sorted in such a sense that we collect the cigarette waste from the HoReCa sector and then we process them into ashtrays, which further reaches out to the HoReCa sector, thus completing a circular economy. Second, it's the public relations and the IC drives. To create awareness and regularly engage with the public, we conduct cleanup drives and other beach drives in association with resident welfare associations and other administrative bodies. Digital marketing and SEO. We've listed ourselves on Meta Business Suite, wherein we facilitate selective disposal of ads and which cost of around ₹1,000 per day.
Now, coming to the financials, our monthly cost sums around 1,25,000, and the major chunk of it goes to the segregators and the collectors of the cigarette butt. And the rest of the cost is majorly involved in the logistics and the payment to potters for clays and all the things. And coming to the revenue, our monthly revenue is around 1,45,000, and there are mainly two streams: the Butt Brigade model, which is a subscription-based model, and the product sales. The product which are included the terracotta products and our bins that we place in the malls, cafes, and many more. And coming to the competitor analysis, we don't have any direct competition in the market as of now because there is no such organization who are involved in the same dealings as of us. And if we are talking about indirect competition, the whole terracotta industries are indirect competition, but we have an edge over them. And how do we have it? We have a more tensile strength products, we have more porous products, and we have environmentally friendly products.
Now talking about the impact that we have generated. We have generated impact in all three aspects: environmental, social, and economical. Environmentally, we have prevented 25 million liters of water from oceanic pollution each month, thus saving a marine ecosystem from getting endangered. Economically, we have increased the potter's income by 122% and generated a monthly revenue of approximately 1.5 lakhs. We have provided employment opportunities to 85 people, which includes our collectors, segregators, and our potters community of Uttamnagar, and sensitized more than 6 lakhs people about the cigarette waste management through the awareness campaigns organized by us. But we do not stop here. To achieve greater heights and to scale our project further, we have our ask for funds. Our ask for funds is rupees 9,30,000. So now how do we plan to utilize these funds, or what are our future plans? A major chunk of funds would be used for the it will be utilized for the R&D on new product lines and waste verticals. Our new product lines includes the WPC sheets, which are used in making furniture, and our HDP, which is used for dustbins. And the new waste that we're looking forward is in this styrofoam sector. Moreover, we are planning product development and expansion in the existing terracotta industry that we are dealing in. And for that, we are even doing research on new techniques like plastic extrusion. We also plan to increase our presence online and offline both. And for that, we are doing extensive digital marketing and offline advertisement. And for that, we require funds. Lastly, the public relations and the IC drives. The impact that we've generated is like a limited, and now we want to create a greater impact. And for that, we aim at conducting more awareness drives, and for the same, we require these funds. Thank you. Now we are open to questions.
Great initiative, guys. Great initiative. How many uh, how many hotels are you working with right now?
Currently, we are in collaboration with DLF, and we have placed around 50 to 60 bins in the DLF and whole of the DLF company, not just the DLF mall.
And moreover, we have our bins installed in 5 cafes in CP and even like around 4 or 5 cafes in Punjabi.
Got it. Can you show the kind of products that you're making with the cigarette butts?
Wait, let me share the screen.
And aren't there guidelines around from the government side on how to dispose of any tobacco related materials? I think BD cigarette, all of that has some restrictions.
So talking about the waste, the paper that is segregated, it is used in a packaging, which is our 100% eco-friendly packaging. The tobacco, it is disposed of using the MCDs of Delhi and those local bodies. We have collaborated with them for that. And the polymer, it is used, it is recycled for the production of our products. And these are how our products looks like. Moreover, my partner can show you the actual product as well.
Here is a round ashtray which I have myself.
Interesting. And nobody in India is doing this other than you guys?
No, not as of now. There are companies that are involved in recycling cigarette butt for making stuff toys and all, but there is no one involved in the terracotta industries.
Got it. Because I remember there was a company called, I think, Code Effort or something like that. That was.
Yes, actually, the Code Effort, they're also dealing in this sector, but they're making it for stuffing the toys. But no, there we do not have any competitor in the terracotta industry.
Got it. And what is the scale at which they operate? Just to get a sense of the supply side of things also.
Recently, I read about them. So I think they have recycled about 100 million butts each year. So yeah, they are operating at a much bigger level than us. But yeah, as we are students in the college, so we are trying to achieve their level.
Got it. Is it a college-led thing or is it your own project?
No, this is our own project. We both are founders of the project. However, as we started this, so our seniors, 3 seniors, they have also accompanied in this project, and there are demand, supply, and operations head respectively.
And our assets are listed under the SIF, which is a Social Impact Foundation. It's a trust, and we are in collaboration with them. And I think we would be liquidated from them this October.
What do you mean by liquidated from them? Sorry.
Like there was a contract for 3 years. Like when we started the research and all, so we started to get all the help from them, Social Impact Foundation. And now we would be separate if we would be able to get some funding and run the project on ourselves.
Got it. So after college, you want to pursue this full time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Great. Thanks.
How frequently do you guys have to go to the actual location to get the bin?
So basically, talking about the supply side of it, so DLF, we every week we have one go, like every week we have to get the logistics done for the DLF. And talk about the cafes in CP and Punjabi Bagh, so it's done monthly, because in the initial stages, like the bins that are set up there, it's not been a long time, and in the initial stages, the supply side from them is not so active.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Great initiative, guys. Would love to connect and talk more about it. I don't think it's time right now, so I'll just leave my questions aside for now. Thank you.
Great work, guys. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's good connecting with you all.
All right, if we don't have any other questions, then I think we can ask the next participant to join. That would be Ratik. So Anushka, can you quickly ask them to join?
Or maybe leave.
Yeah, yes, you can leave. Thank you so much, Parth and
Thank you so
Maika.
much.
You guys are doing a great job, as mentioned earlier. And just truly, I'm really honest. I'll be honest with you. This is something that has the scale of becoming something big down the line. And I hope the best for you. All the best. And thank you so much for being a part of this. Pleasure having you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Manish sir will be dropping off from now. Like he told us earlier also that he won't be available after this time. So thank you so much, Manish sir, for being a part of this event so far. We loved having you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Akshay, and all the best to all the founders and others. We'll stay in touch. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye. All right. So do we have technology here, right? Or not? All right, by the time they join, Anushka, please connect with them. Right, by the time they join, I have a couple of questions for investors that almost every other founder has, and I would like to know this from their perspective, that when a founder starts their journey as an early stage founder, getting a lot of initial resources is extremely tough. And in terms of mentorship also, it is very difficult to find out the right kind of mentor for you. So what exactly should be the steps for an early stage founder to go out? What are the kind of places where they can find these kind of resources so that they can build a strong and sustainable startup? I'd like to ask you guys, can you please help me out with that?
I think finding customers is more important than finding anything else. If you have a problem that you've identified for which there is a demand and there is a consumer, all other things usually fall in place. The timing of which can be thoda upar niche, but mostly obsession should be about the customer and about the problem that you're trying to solve. Other than that, there's just too much focus on building a startup or building a SME or building a business or building a project. It can be anything. It can be an NGO also, as long as it's aligned to what you want to do, for the problem that you want to solve, and who's the customer for you, who will be paying for it. So if you have that aligned, mostly will be solved. For my take on that.
All right. Great. As usual, Shantanu, based on this opinion only, based on this advice only, we have our next startup, Tech Analogy. Kostov, you are good to share your screen and go on with the presentation. Please start your turn on your camera, share your screen, and we are good to start with your pitch. Over to you.
Yeah. So hi Akshay, hi everyone. So we are waiting for Ratik Gupta. He's facing some network issue actually. If we can wait for 1 more minute, we are good to go. Just 1 more minute, if by any chance if that is fine. Just 1 more.
All right. No problem. All right, no problem. By that time, I also wanted to ask, a lot of founders have asked me about the right kind of NPS score. From what I've read over the years, NPS score of 50% is something that is considered a world-class product. But starting at such an early stage where you don't have thousands or 10,000s of customer, getting an NPS score of 50% is extremely tough. It's like if you have 100 people to get a short 50%, you need at least 75 people to give you 9 or 10 in that regard. Do you think that it is all right for founders to focus on stats like NPS score in such early stages?
Hi, Akash.
Yeah, hi Ratik. I think Ratik has joined. We'll get on to these questions later on. So yeah, please, over to you, Ratik and Kostov. Just go on and start with your presentation. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Sure. Just give me a minute. I'll just share my screen and then we can start.
Sure.
Perfect. Kaustubh, can you give me a validation? Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is
Sure.
visible.
Thank you so much. So my name is Ratik and I'm the founder and CEO of Technology Private Limited. And we today represent Technology, the India's only private startup to cater and provide an ecosystem to core engineers. Do you know that there are about every time 15 lakh people every year applying for JEE mains and entrance exams in this country, and out of which a handful of people, 6.4 lakh people, are getting admissions into reputed colleges and of their desired universities. This leads us to a huge pool of more than 10 lakh people still unemployed, do not know what to do with their career, want to accelerate their career, opportunities, trainings, guidances, many things out there. And in the end, only three things happen. There are minimal job opportunities for core engineers. Either they shift their career from core to non-core or IT department, or they choose masters as an option. I mean, in this country, master has just become like an option. If I have nothing in my hand, if I don't know what to do with my life, I choose masters. I'm talking about none other than core engineers like mechanical, mechatronics, electrical, electronics. This country is just for the namesake of calling them evergreen branches, but they are getting decayed time and again. And the four major problems because of which this happens is in front of you. No software implementation. If there are, they're outdated. Curriculum, misguided internships. If there are, again, the SOPs kill you. And most of all, no industrial exposure and corporate experience. And they expect you, a fresher, to be experienced priorly. Well, this brings us to our birth, and that is where we call ourselves engineers ka Masiha. And the reason why we call ourselves engineers ka Masiha, the solution is in front of you. We only and only follow live and industrial training interactive sessions. We do not believe in recording. Well, this is what the policy that we follow over here. All the software implementation that we take are completely virtual labs and hands-on experiences. Young mentees like me, young people of this country require young mentors. When I say young mentors, I do not mean that we are missing out on industrial standards. We follow industry grades, ISOs, and many certifications very rigidly. And yes, all the software that we use are cutting edge software technology. The size of the market is huge. We all know. We have been seeing edtech growing and falling. The edtech is a never ending business. And this is where we have our business potential of nearly about $127 billion in entirety. Talking in front of you, these are a few of the competitive analysis. We have some direct, indirect. Well, when I talk to a lot of investors, they always see me that you always need to present some of the competitors out there. We do not have specifically any threat for in this industry because a lot of people are not focusing on core engineering. That is what we are targeting. We saw our void, and that is where we are way ahead of all the competitions in our market right now. And the reason is in front of you. Even though they will be bringing live interactions, they will be getting project electives, but they can never focus on post-training internships. They don't focus on job assistance. Well, that's a complete different job technology. And all these things comes at a very minimal price of just 5,000 rupees per month. For 30 days of training, for 30 days of internship guidances, assistance, post-internships, career guidances, many such more things, just at 5,000 rupees, which is nearly about 133 rupees a day, which is nearly about a happy meal of your career a day. Our products in front of you, we have a range of products. They just don't follow the webinars and boot camps. We have workshops ranging for 14 days. We have industrial training ranging for 1 month to 3 months. We have elective curriculum coming out, and we have micro degrees which we have planned with few of the industries out there and colleges. Business opportunity is huge. We focus on all the tiers, be it B2B, B2C, or D2C. We have had channel partners with more than 440 plus colleges as of now, and we keep on growing this number by day on. Well, again, while talking to other investors, I got to know that we have a huge database and we are sitting on a data mine. And that's where we also bring this job tech wala part in our workshops, in our respective products. We are slowly transitioning not to create an ecosystem just for the students, but also for the startups. Young startups like us, many emerging startups like us, require interns who are professional and can help them accelerate their journey. And this is where we are bridging the gap between industries and the students out there. And this is our job technology platform. Some figures in front of you have held more than 30 plus workshops, industrial trainings as of now. We have been generating revenue from last 18 months. In our entirety, we have made nearly about 85 rupees lakh of revenue generation. Last year, we closed at nearly 28 lakh rupees. Last quarter, we closed at 11.5. And these few figures are in front of you, which we tell the number of industries and colleges that we have collaborated with. The collaboration is now distinct and completely bifurcated. For few of them, we have collaborated just on the basis of logos. For few of them, we have collaborated on the basis of curriculum, mentorship, credits, certifications, and many such more bifurcations. Traction, again, as I mentioned you, is on increased slope. And this is where we also not just follow the business strategies, but we are not savages. That's where we also focus on social cause. We are trying to uplift by sustainable development goal number 4, where we want to bring one nation, one education. We want every single person in this country not to get brain drain. And we want to keep the pure engineers of this country in this country. That's the reason we have financial aid programs and we follow the policies of sustainable goal number 4. Last but not the least, this is the future roadmap in front of you. We are bringing more and more micro degrees, just like UpGrad, which focuses on post-graduation. We want to be that channel. We want to be that void who also focus not just on post-graduation, but undergraduation and 11th-12th segment. That is where we are trying to focus and fit into. Elective curriculums again, dedicated career portal, upscaling, reaching out to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, onboarding 200 plus startups, and many such more things. With this, I bring to the end of the discussion, and my ask for today is just 50 lakh rupees. Well, I very well can explain why we have just asked for 50 lakh rupees. And yeah, that is where our current valuation is 4.44 crores. Thank you so much.
$50 lakhs at what valuation?
We are currently at 4.44 crores. We would be raising it to 5.6 at least.
Got it. What is the revenue traction?
Right, this month we closed nearly about our MRR right now is 5 to 6 lakhs rupees, but we saw some significant dip this and previous month because of holidays and examinations. Whenever they come in, we always see a significant dip. So our current monthly revenue right now is 3 to 4.
Okay, and how have you calculated your MRR? Is it last 3 months, last 6 months?
We have bifurcated it for last 3 months, last 6 months, and last 1 year as well. And sorry to mention, I forgot to tell you, we also closed a convertible debenture deal with the Startup India Seed Fund. We are incubated under Gujarat University GUSEC, and that is where we also got 24 lakh rupees for them. The purely deployment of this 24 lakh rupees are just for digital marketing, for marketing, and all sorts of branding out there. So we are rebranding ourselves, and also we have improved the quality of our products. And more to it, we have as of now not spent even a single penny on marketing and advertisement. All the revenue that we have generated is through B2B, through organic leads, is through reaching out to the people out there. But now we want to focus a lot on digital marketing as well.
So when you say reaching out to people out there, how are you doing that?
We have nearly about 440 plus student channels. So I'll explain this in this way. We partner with a lot of bodies in the colleges. Sometimes the body can lead to just a student government body. Sometimes it leads to deans. Sometimes it leads to HODs, or sometimes it leads to departments. So the way we figure it out is we reach to the most hierarchy, and then if they are not agreeing, we go to one level down, and in the end we close our deal with student running bodies at least.
Got
I'm
it. So
talking
that
about
is where you're getting.
I'm so sorry.
That is where you're getting your current traction from, right?
That is where we are generating bulk leads, and we have a sales army for it, and we generate our own sales for that.
Got it. Got it. Any digital campaigns that you've experimented with?
When you say digital campaign, are you asking about initiative that we have run, a product initiative?
नहीं कुछ भी हो सकता है लीड जनरेट करने के लिए ऑनलाइन
Yes. We have organized many free webinars, which leads to a very huge leads of nearly about 5,000. In last workshop, Robotron, which was on robotics, we launched 3 free webinars in 1 month, which a total lead generation were about 5,000 plus.
Very good. And what was the conversion from here approx?
In Robotron, in one product, single product, we generated 11.8 lakh rupees. The ATS was 2,500, near about.
Sorry, missed the number. Come again.
The ATS was 2,500.
2,500 bucks.
Sorry.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah, we are open to other questions, if there are.
Do we have any other questions, investors? All right. Thank you so much for joining Team Tech Analogy. It was pleasure having you here. Our investors will get a chance to look at your entire pitch deck. They'll analyze it completely, and then if they find your startup worth investing into, then they'll surely connect with you one-on-one. It was pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for being a part of this event. What you are doing is really great, and I wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Hi, Gayatri and Bhavya. Am I audible and visible to you?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, please just you can just start with your presentation. Please share your screen and you can start with your presentation. All right.
Sure. Let's go.
So hi everyone, my name is Gayatri and this is my partner Bhavya Agarwal. So basically we started Project Virasat with the aim to revive the saving artisans of the country. It is basically an umbrella initiative that will foster sustainable growth in the handicraft sector while uplifting the artisans. So basically the artisans, they face multiple problems due to the onset of industrialization and mechanization. So first, it was important for us to understand the problems that these artisans face. For example, that these artisans don't have access to a lot of money and hence they can't buy resources. They don't have a large customer base. Like there are very less or almost no demand channels, as majority of people, they're not aware about these platforms. And even if like they do have the demand list or whatever, the market changes at a very fast pace. So they are not really up to date with the current trends in the market. And even if they lack some sort of skills and training that is required to match the market standards. Sometimes when the artisan tries to go to the market or like sell their products at a large scale, they're often exploited by the middlemen who tend to take advantage of the financial position that these artisans are in.
So for the solution of this problem, we focused on the main problem. That was the demand avenues. The artisans did not have much demand avenues. So we created an online presence of these products, and we created also an offline distribution for these products at 3 stores. And one of our main objective was also to maintain the quality under the brand name Virasat. And we also tried making artisans self-sustaining. And for an example, one of our artisans, Asif Ji from Agra, he almost left the craft form and he was looking for a job during the COVID time. But with our help and his work, he has been able to achieve 50 lakhs of revenues.
So identifying all these problems, we came up with a business model that includes the first step being it's conducting comprehensive surveys. So this basically includes talking to the artisans on an individual level by conducting visits to the areas where they live. to understand the on-ground situation there, and to decide whether there's a need for us to intervene in this platform or not. So the next step is unifying the artisans, and this we do through removing or sorting out any internal conflict that the artisans might have amongst them, and we then unify them or organize them into a self-help group, which would help in increasing their bargaining power. And also, the most important thing that what we focus on is building good and personal relationships with these artisans, so they have faith and trust in our project and whatever and the